right, welcome to another episode of Piecing It Together, the podcast where we take a look at a new movie and try to figure out what movies might have inspired it. And today on the show, we are live from Maya Cinemas to talk about The Housemaid. And joining me to talk about it are Gina Mizzoni, Luella Chavez, and Daniel Howat. We got into a great conversation, a really fun time for this movie, and nice crowd out there at Maya Cinemas for our last live show of 2025. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up. But yeah, we had a great time, and we have some really fun puzzle pieces to get into in this conversation. Before we get to it, I do want to remind you, as always, to make sure you are subscribed to Piecing It Together wherever you listen to podcasts, and follow us on social media at Piecing Pod. So with that said, let's get into this talk about The Housemaid. All right, I'm David Rosen, the host of the Piecing It Together podcast. We're going to talk about The Housemaid, but first, I want to introduce my panel here. First up, Gina, my wife. I'm happy to have you here on this particular episode. This will be a fun one for us to talk about. But introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, I'm Gina. I'm David's wife. I'm a wedding photographer. I love thrillers and horror movies, and I'm a big Sweeney fan.
There you go. Absolutely. Luella Chavez, next up. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm an actress, comedian, writer, and I've done the podcast a few times already, and this is probably the first movie I probably would have watched without having had to come here.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah, this is the kind of movie you'd show up to the theater for. So
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. Gina said the same thing to me right before.
I like most of the movies he covers. No offense.
Yeah.
A lot at the live shows.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Daniel Howat. First time on a live show. I've had him on regular shows before, but introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, I'm Daniel Howat. I'm a writer and journalist for Next Best Picture.
Right on. And you have had the pleasure of seeing this movie twice now, isn't that right?
I have, and I think I'm a little different from the panel. This is not my normal sort of taste here, so this will be a great conversation, I think.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have a lot to get into with this. So I think the first thing is Paul Feig, like with something like A Simple Favor, it's something I think anybody who saw that movie had a really great time with it. It's just such a fun, kind of trashy, sleazy, good time that's like inspired by a lot. We're going to talk about a bunch of things that inspired it as we get into this conversation, but it wears its inspirations on its sleeve and has no trouble getting into any of that stuff. And that's what I wanted out of this movie. For the most part, it delivers, although we'll get into some of the good and bad along the way. But I feel like we might as well just start getting into some puzzle pieces here, and then that'll kind of lead our way into everything. So for anyone who hasn't listened to Piecing It Together before, we talk about a movie through the lens of what movies might have inspired it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through a few rounds of those. We call them puzzle pieces. And I wrote down a bunch of stuff during this one. I'm not even sure where to start. I'm going to start off, though, with so this is actually kind of cheating a little bit because I did see a quote from Paul Feig, but I wanted to start it off. This week, there was a horrible tragedy in losing Rob Reiner, and he specifically said, Paul Feig, that seeing Rob Reiner go from funny, silly comedies to something more kind of serious and thriller-like with something like Misery was a huge inspiration for being able to get into something like this. And like I said, A Simple Favor is kind of a thriller, but at the same time, it's much more comedy. This movie, I wish it was much more comedy, but at the same time, like this movie is like, it's a thriller. It's just a straight up thriller from beginning to end. And it does get comedic at times. It definitely winks at the audience quite a bit, but it is mainly a thriller. And I think the same could be said for Misery, a film that is a thriller, although there's certainly going to be some moments in it that kind of give you that little bit of a break the ice kind of a chuckle in there. But coming from a comedy filmmaker to making something that is straight up a thriller, I think Misery is an interesting place to start. Any of you guys thinking of Misery with this one at all?
I didn't think of it, but that's a great one.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, the trap nature of it for sure, especially towards the end.
Yeah,
Great
yeah. Once
comparison.
we get into the big reveal, and then they're like there's no way out of this whole thing, and like the person's just complete lunatic and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot going on there, and comedy and thrillers are like, you need to be able to pull off a big balancing act to make either one of those work. And so Paul Feig's pretty good, but it just depends on the material. But let's go to one from you, Gina. What do you got first?
I would start with Promising Young Woman. Just like it's a vigilante woman, and she's like going after bad men, and that's kind of like where this movie ended up going at the very end of the movie.
Sure.
It leaves us with knowing she's gonna,
Yeah.
you know, payback's a bitch.
Yeah,
Get
absolutely.
these awful men out of the world, kind of
Absolutely.
abusive, horrible.
Yeah, and I think that suits Sydney Sweeney very well, considering
Absolutely.
the conversation around her outside
Yeah.
of movies. And it's like, yeah, it's fun to see her be this person who, like, literally they could make another one of these, like, if they really wanted to, and just have her just killing shitty
And
guys.
she's such a femme fatale, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So it fits so well for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think that's a great one to include here. Let's go to you, Luella.
That was a really good one. Okay, so with her cream-colored sweaters and her blonde hair, so it was reminding me of White Oleander, like Renee Zellweger, and then when she turned, then I was like, oh, she's the other mom's too.
A little of both. Yeah, a little of both for sure. Yeah, love that. Love
That's a
that.
great one.
Yeah, I love that. And the style, just to bring it back to A Simple Favor, I mean, these movies are so impeccably styled. Like the costume design really, really sells these characters in this world of like this kind of stuck in that wealth and all that kind of stuff, and how it's shitty and rotten on the inside, but like it just looks so good from the outside looking at, but yeah, that's a really interesting one to bring up here. Daniel, let's go to you.
The first thing that came to mind was Fatal Attraction.
Sure.
Just sort of the classic like psychological like erotic thrillers, and then I feel like those got sort of relegated to like Lifetime in the 90s,
Sure.
and now mostly just like straight to Netflix stuff, and so it feels sort of like a callback to like classic, like, and you got like the kind of crazy, like Amanda Seyfried I feel like was throughout most of the movie was really capturing that sort of psycho girlfriend sort of aspect of it. I think Amanda Seyfried is great in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, as much as I do like Sydney Sweeney, she is like the best part of the movie.
Yes.
And we had talked beforehand about the Testament of Anne Lee, the movie that she's probably going to get some nominations for this year. Hell of a year between these two movies as far as performances and going over the top and big. But yeah, lots of Lifetime vibes. I'm sure we'll get some more Lifetime in this conversation.
It's funny.
exactly.
I just did a rewatch of Big Love after like having not watched it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Man, she's like really grown, and
Oh,
even
hell
back
yeah.
then she was great.
She was. She was really
Yeah.
good in that, but she was still a kid basically,
Yeah.
and now she can really just turn it on. And yeah, absolutely. I will go. This is one I hadn't thought of beforehand, but something that came to mind while I was watching this is Horrible Bosses. As far as like, that's a straight up comedy, but like, as far as this girl getting this gig, and it's just horrible. And again, to go to Amanda Seyfried and how good she is in this, like every time, like, the camera would turn and she's right behind her and she's all immediately mid-sentence talking. Like, it reminded me so much of those hilarious moments in Horrible Bosses and just how freaking terrible those are. And like, we've all had jobs working for people that are awful. So it's very easy to relate to any of that stuff. So yeah, Horrible Boss is my next one. Let's go to you, Gina.
The Saw movies, where they have to like do these crazy things to try to get out,
Yeah.
definitely reminded me of Saw. And
Yeah.
it's just so gross and violent and gory.
Yeah, I'll match your Saw with Silence of the Lambs. That's what I was thinking of for
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
But it definitely, you could go Saw, you could go Silence of the Lambs. Anything where you're like stuck in a situation where the person's making you do sadistic shit in order to get out. And yeah, they did I thought that was really good here too. Like, I think everything after that reveal is pretty freaking fun. It's like some pretty dark shit, and the movie definitely takes a very sadistic turn, but works really well there. But Luella, let's go to you.
I'm still a little linear. So this attic, I'm like Flowers in the Attic, Pollyanna.
Sure.
I'm like thinking of all these
Yeah.
people that keep getting like sequestered to the attic.
Yeah.
I just like had all these like different images of all these other movies where somebody was in the attic. So
Very Lifetime as well.
We
So
have the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
movie taste, I think.
I think
These
so.
are
I
even
think
some
so.
of my favorites.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so much great stuff with getting stuck in an attic. I mean, that is just it's an image for these kinds of movies, and it works so well. Daniel, let's go to one from you.
The one that came to mind, a very random one, a movie that I don't even like. Do you guys remember Hide and Seek? Robert De Niro, Dakota Fanning.
Sure, yeah.
This is going to be spoilers for that movie if you've never seen it. But it's Robert De Niro's got the split personality thing going on. And so it just reminded me a little bit of the turn that Brandon Sklenar's character makes. You know, he's a perfectly normal guy throughout most of the movie, and then, he's a psycho. So
Did any of us see that coming, or was that pretty well hid? I don't think that's, like, I knew obviously there was going to be a big twist here, but I didn't think that was the direction this was going to go. Did any of you?
I mean, I should have, because that movie that he just mentioned,
Yeah.
I'm always like, I'm usually like, okay, is it going to be a twist like that? But I didn't do that with this movie.
So yeah, they hit
So
it.
that's like such a perfect puzzle piece.
I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, the movie had already started, and I didn't know why. Like, Sydney Sweeney didn't have anywhere to live.
Okay.
Right off the bat.
Sure.
So I was like, shit. And I Googled something, so I kind of knew a little bit about what was going to happen. So I wasn't totally
Spoilers
surprised.
mid-movie. Oh no.
the twist was a little bit obvious for me. I didn't know exactly how it was going to play out, but it was like Amanda Seyfried was a little like too crazy that it was like, okay, she's obviously not the bad guy because she's too crazy too early. So I was like, all right, well, I think it's the husband. I didn't know all the machinations of it.
I knew something was going on. I thought she was fooling around with Enzo.
Yeah.
And I got Get Out vibes from him. When
Enzo
he was
was
like, you need to
sure.
leave, you need
What
to
was the
leave.
purpose of that character? I don't understand.
It's lifetime red herrings,
He was
right?
just there.
Yeah. Every one of those movies has a character like that. I will go. Okay, I'm going to go a couple years ago, May December, the Todd Haynes movie with Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman. Definitely a movie that plays within the knowledge of, we've all seen Lifetime movies. And like, that's a very different movie. A lot of much heavier subjects involved. And like, there's more of a point to it all in a movie like May December. But it definitely is playing in this world of like, well, these people know these movies can get cheesy, so we're going to kind of pull forward, pull back, and like kind of keep you on your toes about that. It's also a movie that knows that its two lead actresses couldn't give it. Like, they can really deliver big moments, and I think Todd Haynes really trusted his actresses to do that with that movie, and then I think here Paul Feig really trusted these two to do, big with this movie. And so I think for setting up these characters in this kind of potentially over the top situation and just letting them go, I think they both kind of come from similar places there, even though, like I said, May December is a much more serious movie. But Gina, how about you?
My other puzzle piece would be Monster.
Sure.
Just like with how brutal that woman was, and just she kind of, her heart was in the right place in the beginning.
Yeah.
So luckily, Sydney Sweeney's character never went hopefully doesn't become a complete psychopath. But
yeah. And she's turned that way by horrible, horrible people.
Yeah.
So that definitely, and it's fun.
Because I think Eileen Wuornos is in the beginning, she didn't mean to kill all those men.
Sure.
I don't think she was just trying to maybe.
Yeah. Well, that movie definitely
catch bad men. I don't know.
It gets you into the mindset of this person who has just been through some horrible shit and how bad that can kind of get you. And as soon as we see Amanda Seyfried and she's just completely off her rocker right from the get-go, this kind of plays with that expectation and the fact that, actually she's been made that way by a horrible guy, just like with Monsters. So, Luella, let's go to one more from you.
So when the little girl was playing with the dolls, it reminded me of Mommy Dearest when she's reenacting.
Yes.
Sure.
With the dolls.
Yeah.
I had that one on my list too.
Yeah.
Because of Amanda Seyfried's character, she seemed like Mommy Dearest, in the first half of the movie.
So over the top,
But
and so,
I scratched it out after I realized she was a good.
Oh, yeah.
But
Giving her some credit.
The doll example is really perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Love that. How about you, Daniel?
I'm going to take a cheap shot at the movie. Puzzle pieces, a double puzzle piece. It Ends With Us and The Drop. Two movies that just, like this one, require Brandon Sklenar to not have pretty much any character traits other than cool and suave and nice up until the turn in this one, of course. He plays the exact same character in all 3 movies.
Okay.
So I want to see something different from him. I mean, he was good at the end, I will say. The turn was good.
I haven't seen It Ends With Us. He was the main dude in that one? Oh, okay.
And he's
that makes sense.
rescuing the main character from like domestic abuse.
Right.
Just like in The Drop, he's rescuing the main character from domestic abuse. And then in this one, he seemed like he was rescuing from domestic abuse and then, turned to something different. So
it's so funny because like obviously movies take a while to get made and it would be very difficult for them to have seen those movies, but at the same time it feels so much like Paul Feig would have watched those movies. He seems like he'd be a fan of those movies and then been like, I want to twist this up a little bit. It still totally seems like something that would happen. I could totally see that. Let's get one more round in here real quick and then we'll open it up to the floor. One thing I was thinking about is Last Night in Soho, the Edgar Wright film, a movie that, and this is one of my biggest problems with this movie, actually, a movie that gives you so much explanation in flashback. And it's like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and this is why this happened, and this why. There's like a 20-minute flashback in this movie, and I feel like Last Night in Soho did that a lot, and it like really kind of hurt the momentum of the movie. And that's not something I remember. I haven't seen A Simple Favor in a while. I don't remember it doing stuff like that, so I don't know. I wouldn't expect Paul Feig to do that, but then again, who knows? But yeah, that's probably my biggest problem with this movie is that it just stops and goes backwards for like 20 minutes for whatever reason. But couldn't figure out ways to tell that part within the movie. But Gina, one more from you?
There's a really amazing television series that would be a great puzzle piece for this, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody because it's such a great show. It's a mini series, so I'm not going to mention it.
Oh,
because it's too much. That would be too much of a spoiler.
Too much of a spoiler.
So instead, I'm going to say Gone Girl.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah.
That works too.
I didn't realize how many crazy women tropes there were.
Yeah.
Until watching this movie, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's reminding me of so many things.
Yeah.
But the part when they go to see the show, that was very like, I don't know, like Pretty Woman, maybe 50 Shades of Grey. Like it seemed like he was just going to romance her, which like, I was like so annoyed. I was like, what happened to this cinematic masterpiece that was Psycho Amanda Seyfried? Because I was like loving her and then he kicks her out. And then they go on this date, or actually that happened right before the date, but whatever. I was like, ugh. And then, when she gets kicked out and they're just like having sex the whole time. And I'm like, ugh.
No more. No more.
I'm not
Make it
into
stop.
the romantic chick flicks. I like chick flicks about crazy moms,
Yeah.
white Oleander, and,
Yeah.
and like friendship.
Yeah.
So I was like, bleh.
Yeah. Please make this stuff stop.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
not liking that at all.
But then it does stop very abruptly.
Yes,
It
it
becomes
does.
quite
It
violent.
does.
So
It does.
yeah. So that's good for you. So Daniel, one more.
I'll end on a pretty obvious one. Get Out.
Yeah.
All signs are pointing to. Can you just run, please? Can you
Yeah.
just get out? And she didn't. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, that's definitely one I feel like we were all probably thinking of, especially with the groundskeeper character. And totally.
Something's going on here. You
Yeah.
probably shouldn't be here.
Absolutely. Well, let's open it up to the floor. And I do have some really cool tote bags, the Housemaid. So only if you throw in a puzzle piece, you get one of those. So does anybody out here have anything for me? Any puzzle pieces right up here?
I mean, you were talking about a show. I'm not sure, you said you didn't want to spoil it, but All Her Fault, I was just watching and finished. And let's just say that behind every crazy woman is a crazy man.
There you go. To put that on the
I'm
poster.
going to have to watch that. And that wasn't the one I was talking about, but I have to watch that.
That's funny that you said that because that came across in my head too when she went to go pick up the daughter from ballet class, and she's like, no, did you want to confirm with the other mom? I was like, you should confirm, girl, because I was thinking of that show.
Oh boy.
So I could see that.
That was a good moment too. So yeah, maybe we'll have to watch that. Sounds pretty good.
For sure.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything? Anybody right here in front?
Who was sending the text to her in the hotel room? Text like, "Are you home?"
Was it? It was Amanda
It was
Seyfried,
Nina.
right?
Yeah.
It was just like a long string from her.
So that would have been from her.
Yeah.
So he wasn't involved in that.
No, and
Because
so
it sure played for him.
yeah, I wonder if that how that was supposed to play out in her plan, unless it's just to trick the audience. But
well, my understanding was she was just trying to get them together and in any way possible and to be as crazy as possible. She was just like, I'm crazy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anybody else got anything for me? Right back there.
What about Bob?
Okay, I love it.
Like, honestly, all three characters could have been Bob. So.
Three lunatics, basically. Yeah. I love
Sybil.
Everyone loved Bob. Everyone loved the dude, and so I had What About Bob, and Gone Girl was my other one, but Gina got that one.
Nice, right on. I love it. What About Bob? Anytime we could bring What About Bob and Gone Girl up, like, why not? Let's do it. So, anybody else have anything here? Anybody going once? I'm pointing around you, but yeah, right there.
I was gonna say Gone Girl. Because obviously that midpoint reversal.
Yeah.
Except that it's not good.
You don't like Gone Girl?
Oh, I love Gone Girl.
Oh, you're talking
like
this one. Yeah, Gone Girl is much better.
Yeah.
This one was like all explanation.
Yes.
There's a terrible movie, like a Lifetime movie with Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig.
Oh, I love that movie.
And I remember the trailer for it, and I thought it was an SNL parody, but it was a real movie. That's what I felt about this.
Mm-hmm. See, and that's
like a parody of a Lifetime movie.
I feel like Paul Feig does that on purpose. I just wish this was campier, like, you know.
This didn't go far enough in either direction.
Yeah, this was way more serious than I thought it would be.
What's that one called?
That's called
forget.
No, A Deadly Adoption.
A Deadly Adoption. That would have been that would have been really dark. A Deadly Adoption. Yeah.
Oh, and the last Elizabeth Salander movie, The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest.
Okay.
Where she's kind of like a parody of Elizabeth Salander, where it's like, I'm protecting women who have been abused, and the movie kind of like starts that way, the way this one ends, so that one.
Okay, yeah. And that series is very mixed bag, but
it's not written by the original.
Right, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Any others before we wrap this up and get into some closing thoughts? Anybody else?
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that one too.
Absolutely, and that just got a remake this year with Micah Monroe and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, right? Yeah. I didn't get a chance to see that yet.
See it.
Yeah, great cast. Didn't get very good reviews, but I don't know. Yeah, that one's classic, absolutely, and a template for all the Lifetime movies. So. Yeah. So let's get into some closing thoughts here. Gina, anything else you want to say about it?
I thought I was going to have a whole bunch of Lifetime movie puzzle pieces, but this was like Lifetime movie on steroids of like a whole bunch of the different movies mishmashed together.
Gina and I have watched a lot of Lifetime movies together, and there's at least a dozen that I could have brought up.
It follows this formula.
But I can't remember the names of any of them because I forget them the second the movie ends.
Probably the wrong nanny, the wrong
nanny. The wrong series.
You need Vivica A. Fox.
Vivica A. Fox.
You mess with the wrong
Housemaid. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So that's a recommendation there. Anybody who likes bad Lifetime movies, watch the wrong series. Every single one of them is great.
They're great. She's awesome.
Incredible.
Vivica A. Fox.
She's the best. She's the best. Luella, closing thoughts.
Oh, I don't know. I had more pieces. I swear, it does feel like a vignette from every bad like girly thing you've ever seen. Like I was thinking when the ladies were talking, it was very Hunting Wives.
Oh yeah, you loved that show, huh?
Yeah.
I did like
it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I guess that would be my comment. It's like, just like I said, it's like all these. It's a lot. It's a lot of things put all in one.
Yeah.
Like, they have like, cheese in the crust pizza, and then there's like, I don't know. It's trying to be a lot. I don't know.
Yeah. Where does the that smorgasbord that she puts out for the interview? Where does that come into her whole plan? Like, is that supposed to get Sydney Sweeney in? I don't know. It was a lot of food. That's all I'm saying. Daniel, how about you? Closing thoughts.
So I have seen this movie twice now. I'll admit it plays a little bit better the second time, but I struggle with the movie for all the reasons you said. Like the first hour of this movie, because this movie is also over 2 hours long.
Yeah, they could have cut a half hour easy.
Yes.
Easy. Yeah.
Once the twist comes in, it is pretty fun. Like I think that is all done very well. So it's a lot more enjoyable and twisted, and so that's a lot more fun. But man, that first hour or however long that is was pretty rough. Pretty rough.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking too, is that like the length of this movie was just completely unnecessary. And I do not mind a longer movie.
Yeah.
It's like if the movie calls for it, great. A lot of the movies we brought up as puzzle pieces are long. Gone Girl is like 2 hours and 20 or something like that. But and it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very
Exactly.
good. Yeah. But no, I had a good time with this though. Not I keep bringing up a simple favor. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's so good. But
I didn't like it.
you didn't like it?
I don't like it either.
Really? I love that movie. Gina, you
I
liked it,
I
right?
liked it.
Yeah.
And,
I think-
and you know what? Another thing about this movie, and simple favor too, is very like single white female feeling. I
Sure.
don't know why,
yeah,
even
yeah.
though there's not any of that in there, but like there does have that vibe in it. But also sleeping with the enemy. It's just there was a lot of like those things.
And,
Like,
and again, all those movies are the template for Lifetime movies.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
you know,
Captain
so-
Obvious type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, it is Captain Obvious.
all these like they hit on
Yeah.
everything, but
Yeah.
and I don't know. It was a lot of hits and misses. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It was.
Yeah.
It just had so much.
It's what I call like junk food.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's
you
what
can
he's
be
going
playing
for.
words with friends while doing it. You don't have to really
Right.
pay attention.
It's a laundry movie. Like
I think I might just be allergic to Paul Feig thrillers. I love his comedies. His thrillers haven't worked for me, so I don't know. But most people love him, so more power to you.
There you go. Well, let's get into some plugs. Gina, what do you want to promote here?
If anyone is getting married or wants, is going to get like propose or, needs event photography, I'm a photographer. So keep me in mind. In
There
Las
we go.
Vegas.
Absolutely. How about you, Luella?
nice. So I have my YouTube series, Bitches Be Crazy, on, and I don't think I have any new episodes coming out anytime soon, but I did get a supporting role in a Tubi movie that will be coming out in January
Hell
called
yeah.
Bloodline Betrayal, which will have a different set of tropes for you all.
Nice. That's awesome. How about you, Daniel?
You can find my interviews and writing at Next Best Picture, and then just on social media, you can search Daniel Howat.
Absolutely. And I want to thank Maya Cinemas for having us out. We'll be back here at Maya Cinemas for our first live show of 2026 with Primate on January 8th, which looks amazing. I cannot wait. And I want to thank everybody who's here and everybody who has supported the show over this past year. It's been an amazing year of live shows for piecing it together. So thank you guys so much for being here.
Hi, this is Wax Trax Records here on 2909 South Decatur. We buy all your old 45s, your old albums, any type of music memorabilia. Also, we sell music memorabilia, albums, CDs, and a lot. Come on down to Wax Trax, 2909 South Decatur, or give me a call at 702-362-4300. Thank you very much.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that conversation about The Housemaid. Thank you to Gina Mizzoni, Luella Chavez, and Daniel Howat for joining me on that one. Thank you to Maya Cinemas for having us out. Thanks to everyone who showed up to the live show, our last one of 2025. And thank you to you for listening. If you're enjoying piecing it together, make sure you are subscribed. We've got a lot of episodes on the way. The same day this episode comes out, we got the Marty Supreme episode out. I got some end of the year ones I'm recording. Also, plenty of other movies that I'm covering. So lots on the way. Make sure you are subscribed. You could also get early access to those episodes at our Patreon, the Produced by David Rosen Patreon, where I post bonus and advanced content from piecing it together, from Awesome Movie Year, and from my music career. You can find that at patreon.com/bydavidrosen. You are supporting the show just by listening, but you could also share the show, like the show, recommend it to your friends. You can show up to the live shows, and you can also sign up for the Patreon. So again, it's patreon.com/bydavidrosen. Thank you so much for listening. And with that said, let's close this out with a piece of music like I always do. And I think I got a perfect one for this one because I just released a new The Pup Pups album called Pup Pup Radio. And there is a song on there about our deranged cat Trudy called I Got My Eye on You. And I feel like that would be a perfect fit for the Housemaid. So let's go with I Got My Eye on You from the new Pup Pups album, Pup Pup Radio, to close this episode out. And we will be back with more Piecing It Together real soon.
An All Points West production, produced by David Rosen in Las Vegas.